Alrighty. Welcome everybody to another grand episode of One Man Show the podcast. Um today I might be talking a little weird because my tongue is I bit it pretty bad. It's a little swollen on the sides. So if there's like a little lisp at sometimes or like a little slurring of the words, because my tongue's fucked up. But yeah, dude. I'm recording. This should have been out already. It's 5 o'clock on Sunday. This should have been out already, but what are you gonna do about it? We're gonna try to cram this in by the end of the night, to keep the weekly thing going. So I had a pretty good week this week. Went out with friends a lot, but as every week, as you can see, I'm a big Patriots fan. And nowadays that sucks. But we're 2-7, I think. Yeah. But no, we're 2-8. Yeah, dude. We're not doing too hot anymore. We're just tough. I was born in the prime of the Patriots, so all I've known until last year and this year is playoffs every year and a lot of Super Bowls, and this year's been extra tough. I'll have the best week of my life. Sunday comes around, flip on the TV, watch the first half of a Patriots game and go, all right, I don't want to watch this. This is painful. And then I see, oh, it's actually kind of a close game. Turn it back on. Mac Jones throws an interception or in this week's case, Bailey Zappi throws an interception on a game-winning or game-tying drive. So that's been the football season this year. Has been me struggling to be a Patriots fan. We got good things going on with the Bruins though, and the Celtics. I'm a fan of all Boston sports. Those seasons are going good so far. But yeah, dude, Patriots are letting me down. Hate to see it, but I will remain a fan. I'm a strong supporter, so I'm still here. I'm still hoping they win, but will they? Probably not. We're 2-8, so the odds are pretty stacked against us. Earlier this week, dude, I was at the store. With my pops, my dad, and I saw we were in like the frozen aisle section, dude. And I saw one of these. Hold up, let me pull this up. Okay. I saw one of these, dude. It was a pack of these. And it made me think about, dude, back in the day. These are horrible. Okay, these are fucking terrible. I remember one time I was at my boy's house, dude. I was at my buddy's house, and his parents weren't home or anything. He didn't really have anything to eat, and we're starving. So we're like, how about we walk up to Walgreens up the street? This was like 6th, 7th grade. Walk up to Walgreens up the street, and let's just go get something to eat, right? Go up there, we see these. We're like, okay, dude. Like, okay, I can house a burger right now, dude. That sounds good. Some sliders. They were awful. Heated these things up. We got a pack of 6 of them, so it was 3 for each of us because they're little things, they're sliders. And so yeah, we got a pack of 6, and then he ate one of them, and he was like, "I don't think I can eat the rest of these." And me, I'm kind of a tank when it comes to it. I'll munch that shit down, dude. I'll munch that shit down. If I don't absolutely hate it, I will finish my plate, But these were so trash. And I don't know why we thought it'd be a good idea. Because if you look at these patties, dude, they look so like fake meat, dude. Like these, I don't know if you can see them well, but they're like they're almost like a little red. like a little red, and then the bread, it's just some like cheap ass rolls sliced in half with this weird ass meat in the middle, and she was trash, dude. She was terrible. Um, yeah, I just got reminded of that, and I wanted to share how bad these were back in the day. And I've never been to a White Castle, like a like the fast food place. I've never been, and I blame that on I blame that on these. I think these ruined it for me for sure. I think I had these and I was like, yeah, this I wrote it off. I was like, I'm never doing this ever. I don't even think there's one near me. But yeah. Yeah, dude. But that made me reminisce a little bit about the old days, dude. Back in like I remember in middle school, bro, we would me and the boys, man, we on like half days when we'd get off early, we there was a Dairy Queen right next to the fucking middle school. So a ton of people would always go over there on half days, dude. So we would walk over there and then we just like hang out, have some fucking ice cream, dude. And then we'd walk home, which our middle school was like this was all my elementary school friends. So like we all lived in the same neighborhood. The middle school was actually like kind of far. Like it was a good distance. Like it wasn't walking distance at all. But we would walk, dude, and we'd stop at like every spot on the way and just like fuck around. We'd stop at like the grocery store on the way. There was this like smoke shop that we would pass by, and one of my buddies would always open the door and then just yell "rip it." He'd like open it, "rip it," and then just we would leave. That was it. There was one time he opened the door and they were expecting us, dude. They caught on. He opened the door and they were like, the employee just screamed at him, "Get out!" And so that was pretty funny. But yeah, dude, we'd walk back to my to one of my friends' house. We'd all be hanging out there for like a couple hours, and then we'd go home, dude. Those were the days, man. Walking with friends, fucking around. That was the shit, dude. You would, as a kid, bro, it was so sick just going around and doing whatever because you couldn't really get in trouble, right? Like we were in middle school. Like we would never get in trouble. Like outside of school. If we are fucking around in school, we got in trouble. But like outside of school, bro, like we'd go into the grocery store and they used to have these carts and they would have like cars on the end of them for like little kids. Let me see if I can find like a picture. Oh my god, dude, this is exactly it. This is exactly it. One of these. And yeah, dude, this is exactly what I was talking about. And like kids would sit in the front. They don't have them anymore, and it's probably I think me and my friends probably ruined it for everybody. But we yeah, dude, we would like stuff one of us in there, or like at one point we put like three of us in there, and then just like went around. And but the grocery store was always kind of chill. Like they would never kick us out or anything. We'd always just be fucking around, and nobody would come up and talk to us. Some parents would like, or like not parents, but like some like normal customers like would like report us. Like we could see him talking to employees and like pointing at us, and then nobody came up and said shit to us. Which I don't know, dude. Like when you're a kid, you just can't fucking. You really can do no wrong unless it's like a serious crime. You can't really do any wrong, um, or anything like that. I remember, dude. I would always go like when we would go to like the mall in like elementary school and middle school. We go to the mall to hang out. Going to like we went the spot was Dick's Sporting Goods. Every time we went to the mall, we would have to get kicked out of Dick's Sporting Goods. It was like just a tradition or something. And yeah, dude, we would always go in there and fucking sometimes we get kicked out for dumb shit. Sometimes we would like go in and like play football or like someone would be like 3 aisles away and someone would have like a football and throw it over all like the shelves and stuff and try to like and then the person would try to catch it because they don't know where the fuck it's coming from. Um, and we'd usually break something whenever we did that. But there was like This one time I was there with a couple buddies and we were in there and we just got like these little fold out chairs and we were just sitting, just talking. We are just in an aisle sitting and talking. And then the employees got like really mad at us. It was just like we just pulled these chairs off the shelf and started sitting. People got real mad and kicked us out of there for that. But it is what it is, you know. Dick's Sporting Goods, more like um, stick up their ass Sporting Goods, you know. I think that worked. Um, what else we got? Omegle, Omegle. How are, I've never known how to say it, dude. The site where you'd go on and you'd scroll through and you'd see like you'd most definitely see someone jerking it a time or two. Um, that site where you'd go through and talk to strangers and stuff. They're shutting down, man, which is probably for the best. Um, Probably for the best. I think there was too many little kids, little boys and girls getting exposed to male genitalia on there. Um, that which is not a good thing. It's not a good thing at all. So I mean, it's not. I'm not sad. It's going away, you know, because it was used for evil, you know, by the users. They made this whole I made this whole long ass thing. I pulled just a couple quotes to I think were good. Over the years, people have used Omegle to explore foreign cultures, to get advice about their lives from impartial third parties, and help alleviate feelings of loneliness and isolation. I've even heard stories of soulmates meeting on Omegle and getting married. Those are only some of the highlights. Now, obviously, that's sick, right? And Omegle, it was made in 2009, so that's like that's pretty early internet, and so the purpose was definitely there, or like the vision was there to like connect people and people have like good conversations and stuff. You know, I have no doubt that the purpose of the site or the goal of the site was only good intentions. But man, if only they knew. Because in their statement, they talk a lot about they just talk about a lot about how like there's like a subset of users, quote subset of users that kind of ruined everything for everybody, and that's completely correct. I think, you know, I think the intention of the site is dope. You know, let people connect with one another, and yeah, let people connect with one another, and just like the feeling of isolation and stuff. Some kids just can't make friends in school or something. Maybe they're bullied. You know, hop onto Omegle, man. Maybe they get a little buddy they can, you know, add on Snapchat or something. You know, cool thing, cool thing in theory, but um, yeah, dude, it's the internet. It's the internet, and people ruin everything on the internet. Now, in 2009, we didn't know this. We didn't know how unhinged people really were. We weren't exposed to how yeah, unhinged people were, dude. Like we didn't know. It was a very naive time in our culture. Um we didn't understand the vastness of um what's the word? The vastness of like un, I don't know, unhingedness or something. We didn't get it. So it is kind of sad to think about um you know, the obvious like purpose of it being for general good, and then just like just absolutely like it's probably pretty demoralized, or I think demoralizing is the right word for like to create something like that with a very noble goal of like, you know, connecting people online, um you know, and like allowing people to connect when they would really never meet these people. Like people wouldn't the people that are talking would never meet each other naturally. Like it's a full new thing, dude. Like when it said explore foreign cultures, you know, get advice from impartial third parties. It's like you don't know these people really, so it's like, you know, why not why not ask them about themselves, you know, learn from your fellow people of the world. But if when that's the purpose and then it gets derailed by pedophiles, you know, when you make a site with a purpose like that to connect people and then it's just riddled with racists and pedophiles, that'd be pretty tough. That'd be pretty disheartening. Um and yeah, dude, I would definitely not enjoy that. That's for sure. Um Another quote, unfortunately, what is right doesn't always prevail. As such, as I wish circumstances were different, the stress and expense of this fight, coupled with the existing stress and expense of operating Omegle and fighting its misuse, are simply too much. Operating Omegle is no longer suitable financially nor psychologically. So yeah, dude, our boy's just at his wits end. He can't take it anymore, and I can't blame him. I can't blame him that he can't take it anymore because it's, dude, I couldn't imagine having to work on it and like, because from what it sounds like from their statement and stuff, they genuinely tried to like fix the shit and like try to make it like a what they imagined and what they first wanted, what their goal was with Omegle. They wanted to like they genuinely tried to were trying to fix it and stuff. And I feel like with Omegle, there's no fixing it. It will always be the site you go on when you're trying to like talk to a girl or something and you are tapping through there and you see a couple like middle-aged men jerking off. I think that there was no changing that. And that's just kind of, I don't know, maybe that's a little um kind of like a non-optimistic way to think about it. But I think at some point it's like I think they probably could have called it sooner, you know? They probably could have ended it a little sooner. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? It's the internet, man. You can't do anything on the internet without you can't have any projects like that without them absolutely being derailed by like the most unhinged weird people, you know? But it is what it is, dude. You know? RIP all the minds of little children that went on there and saw cock. Or it was their first time seeing genitalia. And then, you know, shout out all the parents too that like their kid came up and were like, I was on this website and I was talking to this guy and then he turned the camera and then he was like he was touching himself, you know? All those parents being like, "Oh Lord, what the hell?" Um Because that's also a crazy spot to be in, being a parent. And your kid is like, hey, I just saw this guy jerking off on this website. And it's like 2010, you know, parents in 2010 were like, you know, didn't know they're like, what are you talking about? Is that YouTube thing? What are you saying? Jerking? What? Show me this. Show me the website. And then they pull it up and it's like, what the fuck? They just don't get it, you know? But I mean, I don't know. As he said, um, as the creator said, they it heard stories of soulmates meeting on Omegle. That's pretty cool. But you know, all good things. Um, what's a good saying that could apply here? All good things have some pedophiles in them. All good things have some pedophiles in them. I think that's a great one. Hollywood movies, perhaps that you really like. Director, probably touching things he shouldn't be touching. you know? Probably, like Nickelodeon, dude. Who's that guy that loved feet? That weird guy? You guys know what I'm talking about, dude. The Nickelodeon guy, man. Love kids' feet. Can't get enough children's feet, All good things have a pedophile on them. And that's just the unfortunate thing about it, That's the world we live in. Pedophiles everywhere, The elementary school I live by, these kids almost got kidnapped like not too long ago. Someone's mom came up to the house and was like, hey, was talking to my mom, like, hey, watch out for this car because my daughter said they tried to like lure her into this car. This man tried to lure her into the car. So that's sick. Even in my neighborhood, dude, I got, probably in your neighborhood too, dude. You could look it up. But yeah, what else we got? Oh, so this weekend, couple days ago, we had our yearly big Friendsgiving. Pretty cool stuff. Last year we went to a Korean barbecue place. That was freaking sick. They would love me some Korean barbecue. But this year, my boy hosted it. Potluck, dude. So your boy had to pull through. He whipped up some good ass mac and cheese, dude. Definitely did not buy it from the store. If you do, advice for anybody out there, if you do have to bring mac and cheese anywhere, do bring this mac and cheese because it will be a hit. And I'm not saying I brought it this weekend, okay? I'm not saying I brought it this weekend, but this is the way to go for anybody who is who needs to. It's like a potluck situation. You need to bring mac and cheese. This is. I'm not saying this from experience. This will be good for about. We had like 13 people or something. This will be good for that. But like, I'm not. I made it. I did not use this. But that's the way to go if you don't want to do that. But yeah, but this year there was a TikTok made. I was not told that this TikTok was being made. I didn't know it was happening until I walked in the door. It was kind of off-putting because I walk in the door and my buddy's girl is just like, I walk in the door and this is what I see, dude. I see my buddy. I'm like, oh, what's up, dude? And so I thank God they didn't include the audio, and I muted it because it was like Pitbull, so can't use that. I put my own music in it, not my music, but But yeah, I saw her just with the. I looked at her. I went, "What the fuck?" And I don't know if you can even see me mouth it, but I'm like, "What's up?" The fuck? Because I was like, "Why am I getting filmed right now?" But here is our. This video was. My buddy thought it'd be funny. Do a TikTok with where they do the arrival times, like the set time and the arrival time. So kind of exposing us a little bit because my friend group always late to everything. That's just how we roll. So yeah, dude, let's freaking get it. The spread. Okay, look at this shit, dude. People pulling up early. Okay. I can't really say that actually. I needed to bring my boy was making the turkey, and so I had to bring the meat thermometer because he didn't have one. He needed to borrow mine, and then the mac and cheese took longer to make than expected. It took longer in the oven, so you'll see when I pulled up. But I told him I was gonna pull up at 6. So yeah, I told him I was gonna pull up. So I should have been there already. I don't think. Okay, Will was not late. I don't think he pulled up at 6:50. I think he was there early. So I think there's a little bit of lying here. Um, there's your boy. Okay, there he is. Um, I this is real. I did pull up half an hour late when I said I was going to be there half an hour early. So I was about an hour 10 minutes late. Um, so they're exposing me a little bit here, but as you can see, dude, I was the most prepped up. Okay, this is a Grubhub bag. At one point, my sister was gonna do Grubhub, and so she signed up and everything, and they just immediately sent her all the stuff, like the fucking pizza bag to keep food warm, everything, immediately. I did DoorDash. I had to do like 4 or 5 deliveries before they sent me this shit, right? So I got the Grubhub bag, dude. I have 2 trays of mac and cheese in here. To remember this, it's not what I used, but it's about this size because I was like, there's more than 10 people, you know. This says about 10 servers. I didn't use this though, but I, but it, so I did 2 because I was like, I'll probably need it. I don't think it's gonna be enough, so I brought 2, dude. They're stacked up in here. Okay, they're not getting cold. Okay, I was not about to let these because I was low key hyping up my mac and cheese a little bit. Uh, Low key hyping it up. So I had to clutch up, dude. Okay, I was not about to let it be cold, and it wasn't. The Grubhub bag clutched up. Okay, so I pull up. Um, these dudes, my boy and his girl, come 30 minutes later. Now this is the fucked up part. Okay, this is the fucked up bit. You see this? 8:18. At this point, everybody's there except for there's like 2. Okay, so these are all these people are in the same family kind of, and then there's a couple significant others in there, right? I'm not gonna explain shit, but we're waiting on these people that are all coming from the same place, all coming from the same house, dude. They These 2 come earlier than the other ones, and at this point we were sitting around. It's 8:18, dude. I've been there for I was late and I've been there for like an hour 10 minutes already before they pull up. So now and we started putting out the spread of food cuz we're like, all right, it won't be that long. Like we're good. Um but we weren't good because we had some fucking slackers, dude. And so they come 8:18 and then just shortly after 8:32, 2 hours late, okay? At this point, everybody's getting pissed off, okay? We're all pretty pissed. We're getting hungry, we're getting hangry. We just want to dig in, dude. And we got these people stopping us. We have these motherfuckers stopping us. We waited for everybody. We're respectful friends, dude. We're good friends. We're waiting for everybody. How are you gonna pull up at 8:32, bro? 8:32. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. Um, but yeah, dude. Overall, was there anything else in this video? Oh, there were more. There were a couple more people that came. Okay, and then 8:34, just slightly afterwards. But yeah, dude, that was my waiting 2 hours for these fuckers. Well, I wasn't waiting 2 hours. I was waiting an hour and a half because I got there about an hour late. I'm only, it's an hour late if you consider the time I told him I was gonna be there earlier. When I said I was gonna show up half an hour early, but then I was half an hour late. Um, so it's I was an hour late. I was an hour late or half an hour late. It, it's just how you look at it, you know. Depends how you look at it. Now here's the issue right now. That's everything I had planned. We are about 30 minutes in. I'm only halfway through this shit, and that's everything I had planned. So, what we're gonna do is um we're gonna go on Reddit and we're just gonna look at like advice stuff. We're gonna look at it. We'll probably do a few things, but we're gonna do advice, and yeah, we're gonna give some people some advice, and then we will um and then I'll figure out what else we're gonna do because I don't know if I can do this for I don't know if I can do advice for half an hour. So, but bear with me, y'all. Okay, let's see. Oh my god, dude, how I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Oh, oh my, how did my doc only take me to half an hour? That's a little ridiculous. Okay, let's try this. Parents lied about autism. I'm turning 18 soon. My family dropped a bomb on me. When at school one day, my friends were calling me special and autistic. To prove them wrong, I took one of the tests from my country's medical websites. It said I had a lot of signs and should speak to my provider. All of a sudden, my friends just switched and started telling me you didn't know. We thought you were joking. It's pretty obvious. People in my class overheard and started telling me all the ways I acted autistic. Pretty obvious. Okay, I would be kind of offended personally if I. I feel like I feel like it's all my friends and shit telling me, dude, you're obviously autistic. You know, I'd be like, okay, dickhead, stop fucking. I feel like they're trying to make fun of me or something. Like they're like, I don't know, like if your friend were to call you like the R word or something, oh, you fucking R word. You know, it kind of feels like that, but like on like a larger scale of bullying, where they're just like, where it's like, dude, you're obviously autistic. Like, dude, are you for real? You never knew? Oh my god, this guy's autistic. You know, I feel that's just like that's a weird ass situation to be in. Let's continue. Everyone was acting. Okay, wait. All right. I felt like everyone was attacking me, but I played it off as a joke. Told myself they were just joking, and I don't get it. When I got home, I brought it up to my mom, and she'd reassure me I shouldn't take online things seriously. But but she just casually said, "You probably are. I thought you were probably autistic since you were in first grade." I felt like my whole world was flipped. She told me she thought I'd have figured it out by now with how the family calls me Special Edna. Oh my god, dude. Okay, that's mean. Special Edna? You're calling, dude, I would be so pissed if my family called, okay, kind of a weird nickname if you don't know that, if you don't know, I don't, if you don't know that you're, like, that's just a weird name. Like, if you don't know you're autistic or have any, like, special needs, um, stuff, then that's such a weird, like, if someone called me Special Noah, right? If my parents call me Special Noah, I would wonder why. Like I feel like like No, okay? No's a nickname that my parents gave me. Um I feel like there's a story behind that why they call me No. I feel like did you just never ask like why do you guys call me Special Edna? And well she probably I wonder if she did ask and they just like looked at her and were like cuz you're our special little gal, you know? Um, dude, that's crazy. Special Edna. Why do you think we call you Special Edna? You're fucking autistic. That's why. God, that's so mean. Okay. When I was asked why she never even tried to get me diagnosed, she said because it was obvious and would only be a waste of money. This woman saw me cry every day when I got home because I couldn't make friends like the other kids. I was labeled weird, and I felt different. When looking up signs of autism, many of that is things she beat me for. Um, I don't know what to do. She said she won't support me getting diagnosed because it's still a waste of money. Okay. Um, yeah, you got a fucked up mom. a waste of money to get you diagnosed. That's like if you like if your fucking arm, like if your elbow started bending the wrong way, and then you're like, "Mom, I think I broke my arm." And she's like, "Well, no shit, dickhead. What? Yeah, obviously." And you're like, "Dude, I need to go to the doctor." She's like, "What are they gonna tell you? You broke your arm? We already know, dude. Shut up." Fucking deal with it, dude. Sometimes you need like some kind of medication, like with autism. Like sometimes you need a little bit of, I don't know what, like it is a spectrum at the end of the day. So I don't know what kind of, but sometimes I know like sometimes they'll give them like some ADHD medicine or something. Um, because autism. Actually, I'm not gonna say shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not gonna say some shit and fuck it up and look like a dumbass. So I'm actually just gonna let that part be. But yeah, your mom's just an asshole, dude. Um, you said she'd beat you for where was that? When looking up signs of autism, many of that is things she beat me for. Okay, yeah. So your mom just sucks, dude. She's like, you're obviously autistic, but whenever you show signs of it, I fucking hate that. And I'm gonna hit you so that you stop acting that way. I wonder if she's like, if she's just like dumb as fuck. Well, obviously she's dumb as fuck, but like dumb to the point where it's like she thinks, she's like, she's like, autism's just like, you can fix that. You can just like turn your kid not autistic. She's like, because autism is like behavioral things, but it's like, it's not like, that's just how they are. Like you can't beat it out of, you can't beat autism out of somebody. Um, but yeah, other kids labeled weird. I think if they knew you had autism, they'd still label it weird. It's just, there was a kid who, again, it's one of those things where you can tell they have autism, that you can tell they're somewhere on the spectrum. And he started, all these kids were encouraging him to like be a rapper or something. This was in high school. He's like 2 years younger than me, I think. And all these kids were like, they were like, bro, you should do like a concert. You should do like a concert at like at like the big park behind the school. And I remember my one of my friend's cousins, who I'm cool with, he comes, I had a class with him. He comes up to me, he's like, and his cousin's 2 years older than me. He tells me, he's joking around. He's like, bro, are you coming to the fucking, I'm not gonna say his name, so and so's concert today after school? And I'm like, bro, no. I'm like, that kid obviously has autism, and you guys are just fucking with him. Like, no, I don't want to go to that. And he looks at me and he goes, he's like, bro, he's like, no, don't say that, because he felt bad because he like, I feel like people, instead of seeing like signs of autism and being like, oh, this person is like somewhat special needs, is like people are so bad at doing that nowadays. They're just like, oh, that dude's weird. That dude acts weird, you know? It's like, no, he has autism. Like, it's not weird. It's just how he is, you know? It's just how he was born. Like, you can't, it makes no, like, he was like, he felt bad because he was then, I told him, I was like, hey, that guy has autism. He's somewhere on the spectrum. I don't want to go and mess with him. I don't want to do that. And he felt bad because he realized, oh my God, you're right. He definitely has some kind of autism. Like, you can't, he was like, fuck, dude. He was like, this, that does kind of suck what I'm doing and what all these other kids are doing. So it's like, I think you still would have been called weird because people don't understand, that some people have. I feel like if you don't have somebody close to you who has autism, it's very hard. And I don't have anybody close to me who has autism or anything. But but I'm just like, I don't know. I guess I'm like fucking like at normal intelligence and like normal like caring about other people. You know, fucking, I care about people. I'm a flex that I care about people. Um, but like, I can still fucking, you know, tell that they're not weird, that they have some kind of thing. but a lot of people don't. So I still think you would have been called weird. But you know, um, that's just a sad thing. I don't know how old this person is. They don't say, so it's kind of tough to. I don't know if this is supposed to be like, what do I do in this situation thing, but if you're older, it's like just kind of bear it, dude. Move out, kind of, if only got like a couple of years you got to live with her, just kind of just do your time, move out, and then start taking care of yourself. But if you're younger, dude, that is a tough situation. And I would know what to do. So let's move on to the next one. Uh-oh. Okay, this one could be good. This one is titled, I told a guy that I love the presumably very, or it's not in quotes, hold up. The presumably very expensive cologne he's wearing. Okay, I read it wrong. I told a guy that I love the cologne he's wearing and now he's drowning himself in it. What do I do? First of all, some guys, you know, depending on their characteristics, you gotta be a little bit um you gotta be a little bit cautious when complimenting them. Because if it's like there's some dudes that like same thing. If you tell them like, oh, I like your laugh, they'll try to laugh there's some dudes that'll try to laugh like a lot harder and a lot more often. Like they'll try to like I don't know. They'll just be more obnoxious when they laugh, and it's like, okay, dude, tone it the fuck down, okay? But this is definitely a worse situation because like, dude, too much cologne is fucking ridiculous, dude. Let's read it. I see this guy regularly, had a crush on him for ages. He's worn this cologne for years. That makes me horny, and it reminds me of him. It's very unique and just screams pure man to me. Okay. I've never understood the I understand like, if some like if thinking about some I don't know how a cologne can make you horny is what I'm saying. Um I don't know how a cologne can make you horny. I don't think I've ever like you have a certain like if someone has a certain scent, it's like okay, that's an attractive scent, That scent reminds me of you, It's an attractive thing, but like I I don't know. Maybe it's like a female thing because dudes are a little more shallow. Um, you know, dudes are a bit more shallow, and it's probably "Hey, she got a fat ass. That's pretty much as far as it goes with dudes. Let's keep going. We've got closer. I said I love his cologne. Now he drowns himself in it. Before I had to be a bit close to him to smell it, but now I can smell it when he walks into the room, or from a couple feet away. Lucky me, haha. But we're both pro athletes. It's where we see each other, not always for training. And I once heard him ask his brother to grab it for him. Um, a lot. He emphasized a lot not to spray it because it's quite expensive. I don't want him to waste it, and there's no point in wearing it to the gym. Plus, what if it's everyone's cup of tea? It's very, very empowering now. Okay, that last line I will say. Um, don't um it's kind of a weird thing to say. Now it's, what if other people like the cologne? What if they're trying to calm down? Okay. If you honestly, if you tell him that you like that cologne and he starts dousing himself, dude, you're honestly just locked in at that point. Like that dude likes you. Okay. You could probably just honestly tell him, hey man, you're really overdoing it. And he would probably tone it back down a bit. I think it'd probably like I think that would probably you could probably clutch up. He could probably tone it down if you just tell him to. Because dude, he's into you, obviously. You know. Um, so I say, um, also if he's wearing cologne to the gym, that's a little crazy. You know, I feel like at that point he's using the gym as like a dating sim, like a dating app at that point, which is a weird thing. Guys that do that are odd. So I don't know. I think he's a red flag at the end of the day. I'm not gonna elaborate. Let's find another one. Oh, okay. Okay, now we're fucking talking, dude. Oh lord, this one's kinda long. Okay. Saw porn on my kid's set. There's no way that this kid is 7 months old and has an iPad, right? Oh, he's 7 years old. Okay, what is oh, seven male. Okay, okay. I'm getting it. I'm not a big Redditor guy, so I can't. It takes me a second to understand what's going on. Please help. My son was acting suspiciously when I walked into his room when he was on his iPad. Turned away really quick, which when I asked what he was doing, he goes, nothing, really fast. I took it and he goes to bed, so decided to go through the iPad, and I am distraught. He is 7 years old. Pornhub was open in Safari, so I backed all the way up to see what he got there, to see how he got there. He started off innocently watching some Five Nights at Freddy's video, and I'm guessing an ad slash spam popped up and led him to the porn site. I haven't said anything to him yet, and I don't know what to say when I do. I damn near wanted to take him to therapy. This is so fucked up. His poor innocent eyes and brain. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do, and I don't know if this is the first time. Someone else. Dude, I cannot read. Someone, anyone, please. What do I do? What do I have to what do I say? There has to be some long-term damage to this. I feel like such a shit parent. I have blockers on his iPad. It's not supposed to let things like this pop up. I just want to cry. I remember the first time I saw porn and uh and it had my brain fucked up for days after, and I was like 12, 13. I don't know what to do. It was like cartoon anime videos. Oh, dude, your kid's into hentai? Oh, brother. You have to get him off of there. Are you kidding me? That's ridiculous. Yeah. Colby. Thank you. Okay. Um, cartoon anime video. But there were more real sex videos that were popping up everywhere around it, and also real bad words everywhere. Okay, okay, real bad words everywhere. I think that's probably the worst. That's probably the least of your problems. Okay, I think you can. I think the bad words are probably gonna be should be lower on your radar. Has this happened to anyone else? I just want to cry and factory reset his brain and memory. Okay, I'm not gonna read anymore because I feel like that. Oh, dude. Oh, never mind. I will read this after I talk because that's the aftermath of her talking to him. Okay, so I don't think your son saw an ad. Okay, 7 years old. What grade is that? First grade is at like no preschool's four. Fuck. Okay, so four. So kindergarten, first grade. Wait, so first grade's six. Dude, he's in second grade. Oh, I have a book. Okay, okay. I'm not gonna say too much. Um, I know somebody that did that. You know, found that life in second grade. And your worry about future stuff is true. That's a good thing to worry about. I'm not gonna elaborate on why, but we'll continue. So, yeah, dude, the hentai's crazy. Yeah, your kid can't be watching hentai, dude. That's like hentai is like a one-way ticket to like lolly stuff, dude, like pedophile shit. And I don't think I feel like being exposed to that early is a little that's gonna fuck them up for life. Um, Yeah, dude, that it wasn't an ad. A buddy of his at school told him, "Yo, dude, this website is sick, dude. Dude, this website's sick." Like a kid at school that like his parents don't actually watch out or anything. Like they don't look at what he's doing or anything. They just kind of let him fuck around. But told him about it. Your kid went to it. I don't think an ad popped up. Um, a FNAF video, dude. He was not watching a Five Nights at Freddy. A porn ad did not pop up while watching Five Nights at Freddy's on YouTube. Porn. I don't think porn ads pop up on YouTube. Your kid found this shit on his own, dude. His buddy told him the title of something and was like, "Yo, dude, you gotta check this shit out. This is awesome. This is so awesome." And dude, yeah, that's the end of it. Um, let's read what the aftermath is. This is really long, so I don't know how much of this I'm gonna read, but we will continue. After reading a few comments, I would like to say I have given him an age-appropriate sex talk. Actually, our most recent conversation wasn't even that long ago. Um, I've always been very, very open and try to have a positive attitude about sexual health because I don't want to create sneakiness or shame in the future. He knows all about periods, and I never told him babies come from a belly. Um, he's always known what a uterus was and everything. A few months ago, always known what a uterus is. Okay, okay. In When would female anatomy come up in a conversation with your 7-year-old boy kid? When would He's always known about a uterus? I feel like you're oversharing at that point. I didn't know about anatomy. I think I knew what sex was in like I don't know, dude. My cousin told me explained to me incorrectly explained to me what sex was. He didn't say the right thing. He didn't explain it correctly, but he told me about that like when I was pretty young. But I didn't know about a uterus or that babies came from I didn't know where babies came from. They said the belly. I was like, all right, I guess. And I never thought about it. So I think you might have a little bit of responsibility. If you were teaching him anatomy, female anatomy at 7, I feel like he might have been looking this shit up. He might have been like a uterus. What does that look like? He was looking up uterus. He was looking up vagina, and it just like snowballed, and he found porn. Um, dude, how does he? He's always known what a uterus is. Um, that's a little ridiculous. I think you kind of had a part to play. And I think he got curious. You started telling him about shit way too early. He always knew what a period was. I didn't know what a period was till sex ed in 5th grade. I didn't know what that shit was till 5th grade. I was like 10 or something. I didn't know anything about anatomy till 5th grade when they taught it to us in school. That is so I think you made him too curious. He wanted to learn more about it. He was like, "Oh, this shit's crazy. Vagina. You wanted to know more about vagina?" And let me tell you, he found vagina. He found it for sure. Animated, but he found it. All right. Where was I? He's always known what a uterus was and everything. A few months ago, he asked me if babies come from sex. Says he heard this at school. I said yes, and that sex is something only for adults because that's how babies are made. And kids can't take care of babies. It's something for mature adults who love each other. And asked him if he had any questions. He asked about eggs and sperm. Okay, bro. So he had kids at school that knew about this. You had told him about anatomy. At 7, I did not know what sperm was. I didn't know about fucking eggs, dude. What the fuck are y'all doing? You need to monitor your kid. You need to monitor your kid more. This is honestly kind of ridiculous that you're explaining all of these things to him. It's like cool that you're open, but this open is ridiculous. I think like a period may in certain situations, maybe a fucking period is something to explain to your kid. Females have vaginas every once a month, dude. For a week, they bleed out of them, you know? And then that's it. You don't need to explain anything fucking more about it. This is honestly kind of ridiculous. Which I explained, and he seemed to understand after that. We have always used to anatomically correct terms. Did I say that right? We have always used. She typed it weird, but okay. Correct terms, for body parts. I have really tried my best, which I think will help when I have this talk with him. I never want to shame him and want to make it very clear that I will not be punishing him, for reprimanding him for any of this. I want this. I want what's best for him, and want to go, about this in the healthiest, safest, and most educational way possible. I never want him to associate honesty, um, about sex with me being mad or making him feel like it's inappropriate. Okay, I understand, right? You want your kid to have like you want him to think healthy things about sex, like that's like what you do with a loved one. That's what you. Okay, okay, maybe I phrased that a little weird. It's what you do with somebody whom you love very much, a significant other, when you want to have children, right? That's how I was taught. But it like you used anat- anatomically accurate terms to describe this shit. No fucking wonder he found porn, man. You let him find porn. He was coming home from school being like, "Mommy, John, fucking Fred told me about, it said something about sperm and how sperm goes into eggs and stuff." See, that kid learned too early. Don't make your kid learn too early. I feel like if anything, he's I feel like with it could go two ways, okay? Everything you could be doing, your kid could could like take it and have like a very healthy life when it comes to sex, and when it comes to significant others and everything like that. Or they could be a sex addict. You're putting these things into their head very young. I think it's very possible that they could go for it, man. That they could like, have like these things start early and they build and build and build. And having I feel like telling your kid like, I'm not going to be mad at you if you jerk it. At 7 years old, they shouldn't know anything about it. They shouldn't know anything about anatomy or anything like that. Okay. I think it's I think you fucked up. I think you fucked up a little bit. You might have an issue on your hands. I think you might have fucked up, dude. Let's do let's do one more. Question for men. Okay, dude. Hey, I'm a man. Let's do it. I, 21 male, have had a lot going on recently. You could say I have too much on my plate. Just feel like absolute shit most days because things haven't going to plan, which is life, I know. But how do you just ignore it all? Do you? I'm not proud to say this, but I've shed some tears here and there. Okay, stop. Don't do the fucking, you know, I mean, I hate to say it, but I cry, brother. I cry all the time. Okay, stop, dude. I cry decently often. It's nothing to be fucking ashamed of. Just cry, dude. Everybody does that shit. Um, Proud to say this, but I haven't. But I've shed some tears here and there over the last few weeks, and kept it all to myself because I don't want I don't want my brother. We live together abroad for uni. Oh, we've got a bloke on our hands for uni. to pay me or even burden him with any of my problems, because I know he has his own problems. Don't y'all ever just cry? Yeah, I do. I cry. I cry every now and again. I cry about sad shit, not necessarily what I got going on, but like sad shit. But is it normal? And how do you detach yourself from someone slash something you foolishly allowed yourself to get attached to? Yes, mom, I'm recording my podcast. Okay, thank you. God, dude. Um, dinner's ready is what happened there. What else? I feel. Hold on, where was I, dude? God, dude, my mom just came here and fucked everything up. It's normal. And how do you detach yourself from someone slash something you foolishly allowed yourself to get attached to? I feel lost and tired, and in over my head. Sorry for this for the messy explanation. I'm not used to explain how I feel publicly like this. Okay, so you say here, is it normal, and how do you detach yourself from someone slash something? So you had a breakup, is what we're getting at here. You had a breakup, and you're sad. You didn't. Maybe you didn't want. It wasn't your choice to break up with this person. Now, it's tough, man. As someone who's had one girlfriend ever, who hasn't dated anybody in years, sucks with women. I gotta say, dude, you just gotta let it. You gotta let it play out. Cry. Let it. You can. Don't hold in the emotion. Holding it in will only make you sadder for longer. Okay. You need to just let it out. It helps with processing. It helps with, getting over things. It helps with maybe um, digesting the situation, But yeah, dude. I mean, you're 21. You're in uni, dude. You're good. Okay, you're good, dude. Have a lot of wait. What is this? Yeah, dude. I mean, I feel like you got a lot going on. Okay, you may not know you're in university in uni. You probably just don't know what your future is gonna look like. You know, I have the same issue. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my life. I don't know what the fuck I got going on. I don't got shit going on. But I feel like I have this. You talked about. Hold on. Here's all myself because I don't want my brother. Because things haven't been going to plan, dude. Yeah, things don't go good for me either most of the time. It's it's not about you know. I think it's like maybe like maybe you failed on something recently. You had a little failure. It's not about harping on it and getting down on yourself or anything. It's about uh taking the failure, learning from it and moving on to the next thing. Move on to the next, whatever you got going on next, move on to it, you know? Keep in mind, like, you never want to forget about your failures. You want to keep them in mind at all times. You want to learn from them. You need to hold your failures close to you so that your successes will be greater. And that's just some awesome advice from No, advice with No. Um, yeah, dude, you're fucking young. You're good, dude. Talking like I'm an old head, but you're good, man. You know, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I know I'm gonna be all right. Listen to that Kendrick Lamar song, dude. All right, by Kendrick Lamar. You'll be good, man. You'll be good. All right, dude. I thought it was gonna be like a question. I was honestly when I picked this one, question for men. I thought it was gonna be like I thought it would be a like a female asking some shit about men, and I am very qualified as a person with a penis. I'm quite qualified to um to answer that. But yeah, dude, just cry it out, you know? Move on, move to bigger and better things and you'll be all right. All right, dude. I think that's where we call it. The advice segment did pretty good. The advice segment got me to an hour. Um, yeah, dude. I appreciate if you're still watching, because people usually don't watch more than 3 minutes. If you're still watching, dude, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And yeah, please like, subscribe, do all of that, all them good things, dude. Hit the bell if you want, dude. Get some noties going whenever I post or something, you know. And yeah, dude. I hope everybody is doing good. Talk to y'all next week. Yeah, see you then. Goodbye, everybody.